life is much like the changing seasons. Each phase brings its own set of experiences, lessons, and opportunities. But have you ever stopped to think about how these different seasons, spring, summer, autumn, and winter, mirror the stages of our own lives? And more importantly, have you noticed that in every season, there is a purpose? A divine plan unfolding, even when we can't immediately see it. You might be going through a difficult season right now. Perhaps you're feeling stuck, uncertain, or overwhelmed by challenges that seem never-ending. It's easy to feel like you're alone in this, or that you don't have what it takes to overcome. But here's the truth. Each season in life, no matter how difficult, is part of a greater plan. And you, yes, you are chosen to experience it all, to grow through every high and low, to find your purpose in the journey. When you look at nature, every season has its own beauty and purpose. Spring brings new beginnings and fresh growth. Summer is a time of fullness and flourishing. Autumn is a season of transformation and release, and winter offers rest and reflection. Just like these seasons, your life has moments of growth, abundance, change, and rest. Each one is important. It's tempting to want to rush through the difficult seasons and only focus on the good times, the successes, the joy, the peace. But what if the struggles, the waiting, the moments of solitude, and even the heartache were just as essential? What if those were the times when you were being shaped the most? Even in the moments when you feel the most lost, God is working in you, preparing you for what's next. The first step in finding peace and joy in each season is recognizing that it has a purpose. There's no such thing as wasted time or wasted effort. If you're in a season of waiting, know that God is teaching you patience. If you're in a season of struggle, trust that He is building your strength and resilience. And if you're in a season of abundance, take a moment to thank Him and reflect on how you can serve others with the blessings you've received. So, where are you right now? What season are you in? And what might God be revealing to you in this moment? As we move into the next chapter, let's explore what it means to thrive during the times of growth and realization. The summer of life, where your efforts begin to bear fruit. Flowers bloom, fruits ripen, and the sun shines brightly at the peak of summer. This is the season of abundance, where the hard work you've put in begins to bear fruit, and the seeds you've planted in the days of struggle start to bloom. In the summer of life, you begin to see the results of your efforts, and you might feel like you've finally arrived at the place you've always dreamed of. But even in this period of growth and fulfillment, there are valuable lessons and hidden challenges that continue to shape who you are. Have you ever stopped to reflect on how you feel when you start seeing the fruits of your labor? Perhaps you've achieved a goal, conquered a victory, or experienced a season of peace and prosperity. It may be tempting to relax and think that everything is now resolved, that you've finally reached the destination you've longed for. But it's important to remember, God's plans for you don't stop when things are going well. Even at the height of your success, He is still at work in your life, shaping you for what's to come. In the summer of life, you might feel on top of the world. Your skills and talents are flourishing, your relationships are strengthening, and you begin to live the blessings you've always desired. However, behind every victory, there are challenges that may not be immediately visible. Success, while rewarding, brings with it its own pressures. You might feel the weight of maintaining success or the anxiety of how to handle new expectations. These challenges are not signs of failure but opportunities to strengthen your faith and expand your capabilities. God uses these moments of abundance to refine your character even further. Even when you're harvesting the fruits of your labor, there are still lessons to be learned. Success doesn't mean you've stopped growing. On the contrary, it's an opportunity to continue developing in new directions. Maybe you're being called to use your blessings to serve others, or perhaps you're in a season of introspection, understanding how this growth can shape your future even more. Take a moment to reflect. How have you responded to the growth and the fruits you've harvested in your life? Do you feel grateful, or are there moments of insecurity? The summer of life can bring both joy and hidden challenges. True fulfillment doesn't come only from success, but from the peace you find in knowing that every accomplishment is part of a bigger plan. How have you integrated this growth into your life and your divine purpose? As we move into the next chapter, we'll explore the autumn of life, a season of transformation and reflection. It's a time to release what no longer serves you, making way for new possibilities as you prepare for the next cycle. As the vibrant colors of autumn begin to spread across the trees, we are reminded of the inevitable changes in life. The leaves turn shades of red, yellow, and orange, and eventually, they fall. This is a natural process, a part of the cycle of life, symbolizing a time to release what no longer serves us. In the autumn of life, we are called to let go of the past, to shed old patterns, and to make space for new growth. Just as the leaves must fall to make room for new life, there are moments when we must let go of relationships, habits, or mindsets that no longer align with who we are becoming. The process of transformation in this season can be painful, like the sudden loss of something you once held dear. Yet, it is a necessary part of the journey. Without shedding the old, you cannot make space for the new. What might seem like a loss in the moment is, in fact, a vital step toward a more refined and purposeful future. It's in the autumn of life that you may experience the most profound shifts. Perhaps you're facing a period of transition, a job change, the end of a relationship, or the closing of a chapter in your personal journey. These moments often bring discomfort, but they also offer incredible opportunities for personal growth. Transformation is rarely easy. It often comes with feelings of grief, uncertainty, and even fear. But remember, God is with you in every step of the process. Just as the trees stand bare in autumn, seemingly vulnerable, but with the promise of new life to come, you too are being prepared for something greater. In times of change, God's presence is not always loud or obvious, but it is constant. He is working behind the scenes, guiding you through the transformation. Even as you release the old, He is preparing you for the new blessings that are on their way. The autumn of life teaches you to trust in the process, even when you can't see the immediate benefits. Take a moment to reflect. What in your life might you need to let go of today to make space for new blessings? Is it an old habit, a limiting belief, or perhaps a relationship that no longer serves your highest good? The process of letting go can be difficult, but it's essential for your growth. By releasing what no longer serves you, you allow God to replace it with something better. As we move into the winter of life, we will look at how this season of rest and reflection serves as the perfect backdrop for renewal. It's in the quiet of winter that we find the strength to begin again. As the cold winds of winter sweep through the trees and the world slows down, we enter a season of stillness. Winter is often seen as a time of dormancy, a period when everything seems to pause. The earth is covered in snow, and life appears to be on hold. Yet, beneath the surface, there is preparation happening. Roots are growing deeper, and new growth is being cultivated in the quiet. This is a powerful metaphor for the winter seasons in our own lives. In our personal journey, winter can often feel like a time of waiting. When things are not moving as quickly as we'd like, when we don't see immediate results from our efforts, it can be tempting to feel lost or discouraged. However, it is during these moments of silence and stillness that we are being prepared for new beginnings. Just as nature takes time to rest and renew itself, we too need seasons of pause to allow our hearts and minds to reflect and heal. Winter teaches us the value of slowing down. It invites us to step away from the hustle and bustle of life and look inward. This period of introspection can feel uncomfortable at times, especially when we are used to constant action and progress. But in the quiet, there is great strength. In the stillness, there is an opportunity to connect with your inner self, to realign with your purpose, and to deepen your faith. Faith is especially important during the winter seasons of life. It is easy to have faith when things are going well, when the fruits of our labor are evident. But when we are in the winter of our lives, when we feel like nothing is happening, it is in these moments that our faith is truly tested. We may not see the immediate results of our efforts, but trust that God is at work even when it feels like nothing is changing. Like the seeds buried beneath the snow, your efforts are not in vain. They are preparing you for the spring that is to come. The metaphor of winter also encourages us to embrace the quiet. It is in the silence that we hear the voice of God more clearly. It is in the moments of stillness that we have the space to reflect on our journey and to strengthen our trust in the divine plan for our lives. While the winter months may feel like a time of barrenness, they are actually a time of great potential. God is working in the quiet, building strength, and preparing you for the breakthroughs that will come in the future. As you reflect on your own winter seasons, ask yourself, how can you use this time of pause to reconnect with your purpose? How can you deepen your trust in God's timing, even when the results are not yet visible? The winter of life may seem long, but it is the foundation for all that is to come. Just as the snow gives way to the blossoming of spring, your period of waiting will eventually lead to new opportunities and growth. In the next chapter, we will explore how the spring of life ushers in a time of renewal and rebirth. But before we move forward, let us reflect on how the winter of our lives can truly prepare us for the growth and transformation ahead. As the cold grip of winter begins to loosen, the world awakens once again with the gentle touch of spring. This season brings with it a promise of renewal, of new life emerging from the quiet soil. Spring is a time of growth, possibility, and transformation. It represents the moments in our lives when we are given a fresh start, an opportunity to begin again. It's a reminder that no matter how long or cold the winter may seem, a new season will come, bringing with it new beginnings. In the spring, everything around us begins to bloom. Flowers push through the earth, trees begin to bud, and the world is filled with color and life. It is a season full of hope, a season where we can finally see the fruits of the preparations made during the quieter months. Just as the earth has spent time gathering strength beneath the surface, we too find that after our periods of introspection, we are ready for the growth that spring promises. However, spring is not without its lessons. The process of renewal requires patience. After the long wait of winter, it can be tempting to rush through the blossoming stages, eager to see results. Yet, just as the flowers need time to fully bloom, so do we. The process of renewal is gradual. It requires faith in the unseen, trust in the process, and patience as we wait for the full manifestation of the changes we've been working towards. Though you may not yet see the full picture, trust that the seeds you've planted during the quieter seasons are beginning to take root, and the time for their flourishing will come. In this season of renewal, we find ourselves drawing closer to God. Spring is a reminder that we are constantly being made new, and with every new beginning, we are invited to grow deeper in our relationship with the divine. It is through this process of transformation, through the renewal of our hearts and minds, that we become more aligned with the purpose God has for us. Each new step, each new bloom, brings us closer to the person we were always meant to become. As you reflect on this season of your life, think about the new beginnings that are waiting for you. What seeds do you want to plant in this spring of your life? What new projects, relationships, or habits are you ready to nurture? These are the moments when you can take the lessons you've learned in the quieter seasons and apply them to the opportunities that now lie before you. The choices you make today will shape the growth you experience tomorrow. Spring is also a time of gratitude. It's a time to appreciate the beauty of new possibilities, to recognize that even in the darkest seasons, there was always potential for renewal. And now, as you enter this new season, remember that God is with you, guiding you through each step of your growth. With each blossom, with each new beginning, you are being shaped for something greater, something beautiful. As we move toward the next chapter, let's consider how the cycle of life, the seasons of growth, waiting, and renewal, can help you stay grounded and open to the changes ahead. Embrace the possibilities of this season, knowing that each step brings you closer to the person God is calling you to be. Life unfolds in seasons, each offering its own lessons and challenges. While we often associate joy with success and achievement, true contentment arises from embracing the process of transformation that each season brings. Whether you're in the spring of new beginnings, the summer of growth, the autumn of change, or the winter of quiet reflection, there is purpose in every moment. But how do you find joy, not just in the outcome, but in each phase along the way? Joy is not merely the result of a dream realized or a goal achieved. It is found in the journey. Every season in your life is an opportunity for growth, a chance to cultivate something new within yourself. Even in the most challenging moments, there is a beauty in knowing that each hardship carries the potential for transformation. The key to finding joy in these moments is learning to see them as stepping stones rather than obstacles. Consider the idea that every season, no matter how difficult it may seem, holds a divine purpose. If you look closely, You will see that God's plan for you is woven through the fabric of every circumstance. Even in the winter of your life, when things may seem dormant or still, there is growth happening beneath the surface. It is in these quiet moments of reflection that God often prepares you for the next phase of your journey. The same can be said for every season you encounter. God is working, even when you can't see it, shaping you into the person you're meant to become. Cultivating gratitude in every season of life, especially the challenging ones, is an essential practice. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is present, allowing you to see the lessons and blessings in every phase. It might not always be easy, especially in times of difficulty, but embracing the challenges with a heart of gratitude transforms the way you experience life. Each season, in its own way, is a gift, whether it feels like one at first or not. So, as you reflect on your own journey, ask yourself, how can you learn to see the beauty and purpose in each phase of your life? What are the lessons that this current season is teaching you? By embracing each stage with open eyes and an open heart, you will discover that joy isn't reserved for the end of the journey, but can be found in every step along the way. The seasons of life teach us to flow with the natural rhythms of growth, transformation, and renewal. But above all, they remind us of something deeper, the idea of being chosen. Being chosen is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process that connects us to the divine purpose revealed in every phase of our journey. Each season, with its blessings and challenges, is a part of this transformative process. Being chosen by God means being in a constant state of evolution. It is not a temporary privilege, but a calling that invites us to grow, learn, and transform. You are not just living through life seasons, you are being shaped by them. What may seem like a difficulty is often the way God prepares us for the next chapter, aligning us with His greater purpose. God's presence is not confined to specific moments of clarity or accomplishment. He is with us throughout the entire journey, in every season, guiding us and molding us into something greater. The joy we find throughout life doesn't just come from external victories or moments of success. It comes from the trust that we are exactly where we need to be, fulfilling the role God has set for us. This trust gives us a peace that transcends circumstances because we know that each season, whether of pain or joy, is part of a greater and more beautiful plan. Every phase of our life is an opportunity to embrace transformation, knowing that our purpose is unfolding exactly as it should. True joy comes from understanding that, while life consists of ups and downs, each season is an essential piece of the divine plan. You are being prepared for something greater. You may not know exactly what that is yet, but trust that every season you experience is shaping you into the person God intended you to be. You are chosen for something bigger than you can imagine, and that trust is the key to finding peace in any season of life. So, as you look ahead, ask yourself, how can you live your life with the confidence that you are chosen by God for something grand? How can you embrace the ongoing process of evolution, knowing that every season has its place and purpose in your growth? Believe that you are exactly where you need to be, and the best is yet to come. Life often brings us challenges that seem insurmountable, moments when we feel tested beyond our limits. These are the times when we question whether we can continue moving forward. However, it is in these very moments of difficulty that we find an opportunity for growth. Challenges, while painful, are essential for our transformation. They are not meant to break us, but to refine us, shaping us into stronger, wiser individuals who can face future struggles with faith and resilience. When we confront obstacles, it is easy to focus on the hardship itself. We may wonder why things are not going as planned, or why we must endure such difficulty. Yet, it is often through these experiences that our faith is tested and strengthened. Faith in God doesn't just serve us in moments of ease. It becomes the foundation upon which we stand when everything around us feels unstable. In trusting God, we find the strength to overcome what seems impossible. It is through our faith that we realize we are never truly alone in our struggles. Throughout history, many individuals have faced extreme challenges and emerged stronger for it, becoming sources of inspiration for others. Take, for example, the story of someone like Nelson Mandela, who spent years in prison yet never lost his faith in the pursuit of justice and peace. His strength in the face of adversity not only changed a nation but also inspired millions around the world to believe that change is possible, no matter how great the challenge. Similarly, countless people in the Bible faced trials and emerged victorious. Joseph, who was sold into slavery, and Job, who endured unimaginable suffering. Both of them were ultimately used for greater purposes, their faith remaining unwavering through their darkest moments. Your own struggles, while difficult, hold the potential to shape you into a beacon of hope for others. What you are experiencing right now may seem overwhelming, but in those moments, remember that each challenge is an opportunity to grow. Every trial you overcome adds to your strength, builds your faith, and prepares you to support others who may face similar difficulties in the future. Your story has the power to inspire, and your faith in God will be the foundation for the strength you need to keep moving forward. Reflect on the challenges you are facing today. How can you use these difficulties to grow, both in faith and in character? How can you use your journey to inspire those around you, showing them that even in the darkest times, faith leads to victory? As we come to the end of our exploration into the seasons of life, it's clear that the journey is never just about reaching the destination. It's about embracing each moment, each season, and trusting that every phase serves a purpose in shaping you. Whether you're in the spring of new beginnings, the summer of growth, the autumn of transformation, or the winter of reflection, each season holds its own unique beauty. The most profound truth we can hold on to is that every stage of life, every challenge, every success, and every quiet moment is part of a divine plan. God is always at work in your life, even when you cannot see it clearly. Being chosen by Him doesn't mean you are exempt from difficulties. Rather, it means that every difficulty has a purpose. Each challenge refines you, strengthens you, and moves you closer to the person you are meant to become. The key to finding joy in every season is to shift your perspective. It's not about wishing for things to be different or rushing through difficult moments to get to the better ones. Instead, it's about embracing each season with gratitude, trusting that there is something valuable to learn in every phase. Even when life feels hard, when you can't see the fruits of your labor, you can find peace knowing that God's plan is unfolding perfectly and you are exactly where you need to be. It's easy to look at others and compare your journey with theirs, but remember, your path is uniquely yours. Your experiences, your challenges, your growth, they all matter. You are chosen for something great, and every part of your story is significant. The way you respond to life's changes and challenges speaks volumes about your faith and trust in God's purpose for you. So, as you continue on this journey, ask yourself, how can you embrace the current season of your life? How can you find joy and purpose even in the moments that feel difficult or uncertain? The beauty of life is not found in avoiding hardship, but in facing it with faith, knowing that every season is leading you towards something greater. In the end, your life is a testament to the power of embracing each season, trusting that God's presence is with you through it all. As you move forward, may you do so with confidence, joy, and the unwavering belief that you are part of a bigger plan. A plan that is unfolding beautifully, one season at a time.